You have to have a tone of empathy. If you're not an empathetic person, and how many of you have a friend or a relative who has a stone heart? They could care less about other people. It's all about them. They don't have what we are gifted with. Hopefully all of us in dentistry have a degree of empathy. And empathy is I am able to put myself in the shoes of that person calling the office. So when they call with an emergency, a person with zero empathy would say, "Are you a patient of record? We only see same-day emergencies if you're a patient of record." And I'm thinking, gee, how'd they ever get a patient of record if this is the way this phone is handled? The second practice that I call, the woman at the front desk actually fusses at me. "Well, I had an opening a while ago. You should have called an hour ago. I filled it now." You know, excuse me. And then I finally call your wonderful practice, and your tone of empathy is what sells me on your practice. And the tone of empathy goes something like this. "Mrs. Miles, I'm so sorry that you woke up this morning with a lot of dental pain. Is the tooth, is it sensitive to hot or cold? Do you have swelling?" And then the magic words, "How soon can you be here?" We talked about this yesterday, having time in your schedule to bring people in who need attention. And then please, doctors, don't over-treat the emergency. That's why your team members hate emergencies. The doctor will get an emergency and say, "Oh, sure, Charles, we can do that 3-unit bridge while you're here." And the staff are all looking, "Well, there goes our lunch hour. Looks like we're not going to get out till 7 tonight. That is called Dr. Add-on. Dr. Add-on really messes up the day, okay? But see, I understand you dentists very well. I understand you because I've been around you all my life. And the reason that I understand why you become Dr. Add-on is you are trying to fix the openings in the schedule the last 4 days that no one else took care of. So that overhead is clicking away at your heels on a daily basis, and that's what causes doctors to become Dr. Add-on. And basically what you have to do with emergencies, relieve immediate discomfort and reschedule. Relieve immediate discomfort and reschedule. And then I'm also in practices where the emergency calls and they say, "Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jones, but you can't have an emergency visit without a comprehensive new patient visit." You know, who wants a full mouth series of films and a comprehensive if I have a toothache? Take care of their immediate discomfort and reschedule. So the 4 tones of voice: friendly, knowledgeable, enthusiastic, but not over the top, and last but not least, empathetic. And if they don't do that in your practice in the beginning stage, you are going to be beating yourself to death. And you know, I love external marketing. External marketing is everything we do to make the telephone ring. And with social media marketing and websites, I mean, it's just amazing how many people just randomly call dental practices because they've been referred to a website or they've met you somewhere, and they go to your website. And how awful it is to spend a lot of external marketing dollars and then have the person answering your telephone run off all the potential new patients. Every time the telephone rang, the word opportunity popped into my head. It was an opportunity to help someone. It was an opportunity to build my doctor's practice, and they would not be calling us if we could not help them.